Coming to you live from my apartment, it's Rob Has a Podcast. And now here's the guy who's not going to be canceling any of our coverage. I'm Rob Cesternino. Hey, everybody, what's going on? What an exciting night. Jag stays. Eviction is canceled. Brice is here. It's an amazing night. Let's do it. Okay, back with us tonight. Very excited. Taran Armstrong. Taran, how are you?
I'm great. All week long.
Unexpected, Taran.
Look, all week long, I've been just like wanting Jag to realize that he shouldn't trust these people. And now he has an opportunity to stay in the house and realize it in the future. And more importantly, this was a surprise gift out of nowhere. Usually, what happens when I watch Big Brother is that out of nowhere, a dumb twist is introduced, and I have to be like, oh, this one hit me from the side, blindsided me. This time I got blindsided by a twist being over and done with, and I don't have to deal with it anymore. And I'm so excited that next week is twist free.
It's done. Got a lot to unpack here about the twist and what it means for everything. Here with us tonight, another woman who is celebrating. We just got done on our drafter tonight. Sasha Joseph. Sasha, how are you?
I am so happy. Look at me. I have all my things. Jag is save everybody. We don't lose another brown man to the damn pressure cooker. We made it.
Yeah, that's right. Take that, pressure cooker. Nice try.
You can't. You will. That shall not happen. We made it.
Okay. And what a treat for us here tonight. Of course, you know him from the Purple Pants podcast. He is the creator of the Zaddy calendar, and he's with us to talk Big Brother. It's our own Zaddy, the baby boy, Brice Izyah.
Oh, come on, Zaddy, Robert, Zaddy, Jag. Yes. Ooh, Big Brother is a lot, y'all. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all do it. I try to stay up on the live feeds. Then I'm like, the show was showing what I saw 3 days ago. Like, what? Bless your heart. I'm saying a prayer for all of y'all.
Brice, this is your first real Big Brother experience, right?
My first real Big Brother experience.
For real.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, looking forward to getting your thoughts on everything. And of course, the Fields family and much more here tonight. You can send us your questions here in the chat. We will take them later on in the show. But all right, Taran, real quick. The power got used. Big surprise tonight. You know, that last conversation between Matt and Cirie was really like, well, I can't see them not using it now, right? And of course, the live feeds were skipping out of all of these conversations this week. But what does this mean for the house?
The Red and Cam are extra screwed. I mean, the big thing is that all week long, or the last couple of days, it's been seeming like Jag was going to go home. And there was this back and forth last night about, like, are we going to tell him? And so they, I think, told him before the eviction that he would be leaving. And that's why he seemed to know, but still maybe had a little bit of hope. And so, like, how does Jag react to this, I think, is a good question. I would imagine they tell him that they saved him and they take credit for it, and he's even more loyal to them now moving forward. How do Corey and America come out of this, though, considering that they were ultimately votes against him? America really did want him to stay.
Everybody was. It was unanimous.
Yeah. But America wanted him to stay, but didn't feel like she had any power to do anything about it, whereas Corey actively did campaign against him. And so there's definitely some intrigue for where this could go with Jag.
Yeah, I just don't understand what if they had the power to save him, then why did they unanimously vote him out?
Rob, Cirie is a showman.
Why did they do this? Why did they go through the whole thing of like making him feel like that he was going home today?
Don't question the process.
I'm just confused. I just want to talk it through. Brice, does this compute for you?
I'm confused as well because I feel like shouldn't they gave him like a little wink, a nod, like to like ease his pain a little bit? Because I feel
Mhm.
like if they come back and be like, "We saved you," I feel like Jag could be like, "You lying? It was the comic verse, not you."
Mhm. Yeah.
It's worth noting as well, like Cerie's original plan clearly was to blindside Jag and vote him out unanimously, then blindside him and save him
Mhm.
before America forced her to tell Jag ahead of time that he would be voted out.
Yeah.
Then just blindside saved him.
I mean, Sasha, does it make sense if it's like, okay, if we know Jag and Blue are both going to stay, does it make sense to put votes on Blue that you don't save then? I mean, is that what they're thinking of? Like, okay, well, we're going to vote for him, but we're going to save him also.
Here's the thing. A lot of talk happens, right, between Thursday and Thursday for a whole lot of nothing. This is our 4th unanimous vote. So I think that they knew that they had this power, that right, it was in the holster. So they're like, listen, I can't rock the house, but I need Jag to stay with me. So I think it was a Cerie missed moment where she said, I can't get, and Jared, let's not forget, her son would be so pissed if he voted, or if Blue was voted out. So I think her hands stay clean. We're good. I
Yeah,
think this was smart.
the power only works if the person was evicted. So if they had voted Blue out and used the power on Jag, then Jag wouldn't have. Then Blue would have left still. And they genuinely didn't feel like they could get the votes for Blue to stay, even though they definitely, for Blue to go, even though they definitely could have. It reminds me a little bit of like you know that scene in Fight Club where they like put a gun to a guy's head and act like they're gonna kill him, and then they say like, "Now you're gonna really appreciate tomorrow," when they don't.
Mhm.
Like I feel like that's what Cerie just did to Jag. She's like, "You better really appreciate your life in this game because I was in control of it."
I just, in the retelling to Jag, I mean, Matt is going to tell Jag, I have the power. I saved you. But is he going to tell Jag that, yes, Cerie said I should do this?
I think that only makes sense though. I mean, for Matt to go to Cerie and be like, "What should I do with this?" I think that it only makes sense that like I saved you, but on the account that Cerie said I should absolutely use it for you tonight. So
Yeah.
I would think that's so.
And I think Matt can be like, this is our, alliance strong, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're so happy.
7
We're all
deadly
together.
sins.
Yeah, 7 deadly sins. We're in it. We're not losing any sins tonight, blah, blah, blah. So I think there's a way that they can be like, we knew all along. We just had to play so that Cam and Red will still give us info and not blame us, right? I think you can play every side, and Cerie's hands are in many pots. And the
Mhm.
way they say clean is by not doing stuff against the grain.
Yeah, well, the best part of all this is that Cam is so mad. This man spent 14 hours in the pressure cooker only to then have his HOH wiped off the board.
It's a
I
cursed
love this
competition.
song.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do well in the pressure cooker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, Cam. He does get to play in the HOH. I thought he put a brave face on after it was announced, but he's got to be super pissed.
The face drop that he had, like he was trying at first, and then it just dropped down. And by the
Mhm.
end, he was just so pissed looking.
His inflection, or ain't that what Red said about Izzy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
His inflection changed.
Yeah. But are you all surprised that they didn't give Jag more of a heads up of like, hey, Jag, like, don't like trust us. We got you tonight. We got you. Like he's like Jag seemed like, okay, this is it. I guess this is over. I guess he doesn't know that the power is gonna get used and he gets the 10-0 vote, but
Rob, you don't ruin the surprise party for somebody
I
who's
guess
like,
not.
oh, I'm having such a bad day where all our plans got canceled. Now I'm going back home. You're not like, don't worry. There's a surprise coming for you.
Yeah.
You let them be miserable up until they walk through the door.
But don't you feel like it'll make them trust you more, right? Like if I'm about to walk off a plank and Sasha is like, I'm not going to push you, right? I'm not going to walk the plank like how I walk the plank. But if I were to walk the plank thinking I'm about to get pushed, and then Sasha's like, I saved you. I feel like I would be more indebted to Sasha.
Yeah,
like
100%.
after walking the plank.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it is a little more akin to just like shoving someone off the cliff, and then as they're about to hit the ground, be like, "Don't worry, you actually have a parachute."
no, it's giving. But did you die?
Right? Did you die?
You survived, right?
Yeah, listen, Survivor, it's what I do, baby.
Yeah.
And I think Jag's face, when his face dropped, right, he heard 10-0. So my question is, maybe they might have hinted we're saving you or doing something, and then he hears 10-0 and he's like, these liars, they said they were gonna save me and they didn't. So that's the only like concession to the opposition of maybe he did have hints of something and then he felt like completely let down. Because when his face fell, I was like, can't wait to go on this podcast and ruin everyone's day because my day is ruined.
My best guess is that because America really wanted to tell him, Cirie really didn't. So my best guess is that Cirie never got around to it, and that
Mhm.
America went to Jag and said, "I am telling you, they're not voting for you. They've told me they're not voting for you. I'm telling you they're not." And so he was still kind of hoping, but then when he heard 10-0, he knew it was probably the truth because he gave America like the longest hug and was like he's whispering like, "I'm rooting for you," something like that, right? So I think he was feeling best about America in that moment. And that to me says that she probably went to him. Probably not everyone, given how much hope he still had. And yeah, he was so sad. And I was like, the things this man is about to experience. One, he's just got like unanimously voted out. Two, he's going to be told that his alliance was never real. Three, he's going to be told that Jared is Cirie's son. 4, he's gonna be told that Matt had the power and didn't use it on him. Like, like this is gonna be the most brutal exit of all
It's a
time.
lot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so
Oh my God.
Taran, how do you think this changes Jag moving forward, if at all?
I don't think it changes much for him.
Oh,
He was
boy.
already way too blindly loyal to them. I think that it would hopefully make him trust America more, given how much she was going out of her way to try to help him and warn him that she wasn't just making a fuss for nothing, which is kind of how he was acting like she was, he was acting like she was doing.
Mhm.
So you would hope, but I would assume that given that they just saved Jag, they have a lot of influence to say,
Yeah.
no, America actually didn't want you to stay. Corey was actually campaigning against you. And you know, it's we'll see.
Can we just talk this through? Because so as of last night, we were watching and we were talking about, okay, so Matt has this power, but does it behoove Cirie to just, okay, Matt came to her. Does she want to pocket the power and basically save it for next week, or does it benefit at all to keep Jag? Was there any benefit for Cirie to let Jag leave and then keep the power just in case they need it next week? Or did she actually want it flushed?
I mean, I personally would have thought it was a no-brainer to keep it.
Yeah, I
can't really-
unfortunately agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Jag isn't that valuable to her. If anything, it was good that Jag was leaving. And keeping the power means she can basically control the outcome of next week, let alone keep herself and her allies safe.
Mhm.
You know, this leaves her a little bit vulnerable because if Cam or Red do win again, and it's like, hey, somebody on that other side betrayed us, like Matt or Cirie, she'll need to now like blame Corey or somebody for it, or get Jag to take the fall again and say he did it to himself, and then he's up on the block again and has to go through the same process of not ratting them out again. Like, there's a lot of danger associated with this when things could have been very smooth. But listen, this has been Cirie so far. She plays. Somebody just said she wants to play on hard mode, and that's what it feels like. She's like, listen, I am an expert. I'm a pro gamer, and I'm going to play on the hardest difficulty possible. Don't give me any cheat codes.
But I also just say, like, listen, when stuff happens to my faves, I don't care. And I also feel that Jack being a little lost in the house. So I think he's easily moldable, right? And whatever he's again, right. I agree that I don't think it's good and that he is someone that can maybe win comps. But I think that she could mold him, and he's a little impressionable. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm trying to be kind. I love Jack, and I think he's a little impressionable. So I think there's a way that he's like, I'm in. This is my life. It's you.
Yeah.
But Jag is good or has a really good shot at winning a competition, right? So anyone but Cameron and Red, if Jag wins, now he's eternally grateful to them. So I feel like it does behoove Cirie to use it now to save Jag, because obviously we're going up against Red and Cam, and we need all the ammo because, I mean, Lord knows I love me my some Cirie, but like, how many competitions my girl go with? Like, I feel like let me get more people that can do my work for me that can win HOH and win competitions.
Yeah. And Brice, don't get it twisted. Cirie was Brice's adopted mother before all these Big Brother people came along, right?
Okay. Listen, I got a photo of me and Cirie up there. Okay. Cirie, the reason why I played Survivor.
You got here first.
Okay. I love me some Cirie. So
have you prepared a restraining order against Izzy yet?
That's Izzy is fine. Izzy fine with me. That's quite all right.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you're claiming OG spots for the Cirie's children, I think she's gonna want to be at the top of that pile.
Yeah,
we twins.
And is there room for Matt too now?
Oh no! Wait, now can we talk about Matt for a second?
Getting a little crowded.
Okay, listen, I didn't know how to feel about Matt in the beginning, right? Because it's a lot of people, it's a lot of things to watch. Matt was with Riley, and then Riley was like the enemy. And then I was like, oh, I can't mess with Matt. But Matt has won my heart over, okay? Matt trying to be the spot for the 2025's at the calendar. Okay, we love Matt over here.
You saw him today? His little chest was out.
We saw. Okay, the live feeds be live feeding.
Woo!
But I love how everyone just gives information to Cirie though, right? Because Matt, what is you doing, right? Like it's like what's them type of plants that
Venus flytrap?
A Venus flytrap. Like Cirie is like a Venus flytrap, the mother of the flytraps, and it's like Matt is just getting like, hey Cirie, I want to tell you something about something. And little does he know it's RHAP Seymour.
Feed me information. Yeah. Taran, we had that one really telling diary room with Cirie where she talked about the order that she's going to take people to the final 3.
Where was
and now Matt is in there. Was it but it was unclear did Matt pass Izzy or Jared?
He passed Izzy. I mean, it's fun to say she said Izzy first or whatever, but she's not taking Izzy over Jared.
Are you sure?
Sure?
Be for real, everyone. Stand up. Don't get misted by Cirie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you also buying that she was surprised that she got voted into the competition?
You're right. I was like, you're so fake. You knew you're number 1.
Here's the thing though. This is where I will give y'all a little pushback. I believe that though, because Cirie is a very humble person, right? And I really feel like sometimes in knowing Cirie, I don't feel like she knows the power that she yields. Well, I mean, maybe I'm just in a fly trap. Let me just shut up.
You're in the fly trap.
I think we're all those dead flies.
No, to be fair, I think that is kind of a decent read because I think that that's kind of been her gameplay, right? She's constantly underestimating her own power in the house and overestimating everyone else.
Yeah, okay, that I agree. Yeah,
but I also think that is who she is, as a person. Cirie, she goes and she plays these games, but then she goes back to her regular job, and she's a normal person when she's not on reality TV. So I think that walking amongst the mere mortals again, that I think that keeps her grounded.
Yeah. and normal people like to sit on patios, and normal people, like to sit. Sorry, I'll be watching the live feed. Sorry, okay. I had called a live feed the other day.
Yeah. So, all right, later on tonight, there will be a new head of household competition. Cameron gets to play once again. But I mean, is there a scenario where, barring a Cameron or Red win, that the nominations for next week are not Cameron and Red?
It's possible. I mean, it's unlikely. But I wouldn't be like completely out of this world shocked if Corey and America ended up on the block. Depending on who won. I think that there's enough movement in that direction where like maybe like a veto win could make that happen, or a specific like plea by Red, who's like supremely loyal to Suri, where he rats out as much information on Corey and America as possible. Given that we know like how fickle Suri's side has been, like we cannot take for granted that they will just make an obvious play. So I would be wary of that. And then on the other side, an America HOH does not necessarily mean that Red and Cam are on the block, although they have been doing everything that they can to make that happen with how they talk about her. But she has been wanting to put Suri and Izzy on the block. It's going to be tough to sell that, though, when, Cam and Red are just constantly trash talking her and saying they want to target her. So that also seems unlikely, but not impossible.
Okay. At the end of the episode, a lot of people noticed Jared seemed like he was kind of annoyed that this happened. Is there bad blood? I know he wanted Blue to stay, but is there bad blood between Jared and Jag?
I mean,
I think isn't Jag Blue's best friend?
Yeah.
So I just think maybe it's a little jealousy, a little competition for the attention.
Yes.
I think also
yeah.
like he wanted Blue to stay. He wanted Jag to, he campaigned hard against Jag.
Yeah,
Jag said Jared's name. And Suri kind of made it clear that like she wanted to get the way that she wanted things to happen. And he thought he was gonna get the way he wanted things to happen. And then Suri said, I've got better cards than you.
Right.
Yep.
And we see Jared say, like, when he's left out of he's willing to give up Izzy, who has his biggest secret now. And it's like, I was not in the conversation. Get to me. So I feel like he is now like, I didn't know anything about how this was going to go. And I feel like I should know. So now I feel like Jared might be on the defense.
Okay. Brice, could you weigh in a little bit on the Jared against Suri this week as, a friend of the Fields family, that you might have some insight into the dealings between Suri and Pooh?
So when I originally seen everything unfold, right, I'm like, in my mind, I went to text Jared, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so
which time?
Because I know they was in there. Okay, sorry, I'm passing Mama Felicia. Anyway, I was mad at Jared, right? Because in my mind, first of all, if it's Team Fields, then it's Suri Jared, right? Then over a couple of days, hours, I had to think about it, right? And I really feel like if Blue and Jared are in a showmance, historically, if you want a showmance, that's normally your number one, right? Oh, who was that? Wait, was that my screen? Was that Terry? Is that the cat that be on the Big Brother live screen? Okay. But when you have a showmance, that's normally your number one. That's normally who you're confiding in. That's normally like the person. So I really had to stop looking at Jared as if Jared is automatically with Suri. Jared is playing his own game, and his own game is like Blue is his number one. So I could see as to why he would want to keep a Blue. But also, it's like your mother has played the game. Okay, she's a traitor for a reason. I think that you need to give a little bit more insight into what your mother is saying and less insight of like woo woo cuddle cuddle. Like, okay, this, this ain't The Bachelor. This ain't Love Win a Prize. Like, this is Big Brother. So I just feel indifferent. But I also feel like Jared is just mad because it's like they take a shots at this girl. And he doesn't want this girl to go. But it's like, we're not just going to save her because she's your girl.
Well, he was going to save other things, but yeah. Anyway.
It was interesting tonight that we heard Jared in the diary room talk about, he's like, yeah, I know my mom is a legend, but I could be a legend too.
Yeah. He's going to build his own legend. 25.
Well, he's done things that we'll never forget.
Certainly not.
How fast, Robbie, you already talked about this on the slot, but how fast till he gets all of these sponsorships, these cleaning supplies?
I don't know. He might be, getting some brand deals after this is all over.
Listen, if he doesn't cash all this in, Brice, you better fight him for me.
So clean, your mom will never know.
Febreze better jump up on it, okay?
It should be all of it. Like all sight, smell, like all 5. We have 7 deadly sins. No, we have the 5 senses.
But listen, they said it was a dryer sheet, though. I said, what in the world?
Great. Let's call Febreze again.
That said it was a dryer sheet. I said, what?
Yeah.
He's going to get LG to come in at his house.
Okay, so can I ask about something that was reported on the live feeds today, Taran? And you can confirm or deny or say move on to the next subject. But from what I understand, Jared made a request from Blue today that he was asking her for some sort of either souvenir or collateral before tonight's eviction vote.
Collateral?
Yeah, I don't know if either of those descriptions are perfectly apt here. I would say object of desire and or something to sell.
To sell, yes.
Yeah, it's giving orange is the new black. If you see that,
Yeah, he asked Blue for her underpants, right?
Give me them panties.
Under a different name, yeah.
Yes. And he was going to hold on to them if she left, and then potentially he said sell them on Amazon, which I don't think that's
he was going to donate them to charity.
I don't think you can do that.
Charity.
I think there's a new entry in the
reality,
stopwatch.
Sasha. You got to raise money.
Dean Kowalski from Survivor sold his underwear.
I'm gonna personally get this shut down at this point because I'm gonna report this.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever sold somebody else's underwear from the show?
At Hearts of Reality.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Wow, what goes on there? So this was something to remember her by, right? That he could like keep this under his pillow.
But I mean, so I like the comment surf, right? And I know I was reading a lot of people were disgusted, but I also was reading a lot of people saying like they could understand.
Yeah.
So I'm just I don't listen.
Oh, I'm sure there are thousands of people that can understand. This is an industry. Let's not forget. Like, this is not some like random one-off thing. People make bank. The point is, why should Blue do this for free? What is she getting out of it?
Yeah, I guess the part that I didn't understand was that he said he was going to sell her underwear after the season was over. Like if it's maybe you could sort of like squint and say this is like a romantic gesture. I need something to remember you by. But the part about where I'm gonna sell
romance, it's a kink, and that is okay. We don't kink shame on the pod. If this is romance, please.
That was romantic. I should make another video about this.
I already tagged you in it asking when the fan cam is coming out.
Yes.
So it's giving you're not a real fan.
Okay, Brice, can you give some insight as somebody, a confidant of the Fields family? What do you think Cerie's reaction might be when she gets out of the house and learns some of the things that have been going on?
I don't think that it is. I think she'll be upset. I think Mama Sari is going to have a little conversation, and by little, I mean I feel like Mama Sari gonna cuss Jared out.
Yeah. Is Jared going to be grounded and not able to attend any Brice and Wen events this fall?
Mama Sari probably is going to take Jared's phone, so I probably will not be able to text Jared for 2 weeks. He's
I
gonna
think
be in
it's just
his
hearts
room.
of reality. He can't go to.
Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think Sari would be a little pissed.
Well, I thought there was a moment where there was interesting where we saw Sari and Jared talking about the blue issue, and Jared was pushing back hard, and then Sari was kind of like Cam talking a little bit of a roast of Jared tonight.
So stupid. You're like so many people, and you think blue is your savior? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love that scene, right? But not for why y'all think I love that scene. I just love to see a black woman moosing her braids up, okay? And she was generous with the moose. That's how you know Jared got her pissed off. Because I was like, Sari, girl, you already moosed that part. She was like, Jared, and then the next time you see her, she had her hair all wrapped up in the thing. I was like, yes, you better set them baby hairs. I just was here for Sari moosing her braids. Okay. That I live for that moment. And I mean, she used a lot of mousse. Like Jared had to piss her off. Cause it was like, I was like, oh, Sari, it's gonna be crusty. You don't want to put that much in there.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I love them showing the black hair care products. Okay, the mousse. I said, oh, it makes me feel like I'm home.
I love it. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, Brice, we haven't gotten to hear you talk about Miss Felicia this season.
Oh, she is the gift that just keeps on giving. I'd seen the live feed when they was talking like, because we got the numbers. And she just came in, was talking to herself. Ooh, I'm gonna need a pamper tonight. That protein shake Taran gave me is running right through me. She is the best.
Yeah.
Girl, but that's not what a pamper is for, though. Like, you don't intentionally poo yourself. Like, I love
Jared, leave it. We're not talking about Felicia.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, but I love her. I think that she is amazing. I think that she is. I was worried. I'll be honest. When I saw the previews and she was up there like, I ain't gonna tell them I'm retired twice.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep that from them,
She's
girl.
got 2 pensions.
Right? What? I was like, okay, I don't know how this gameplay is going to be. But then after Mike Gate, after her like, she's just the best. I mean, I think that she is amazing. I do fear that her and Sari are too much aligned. But I mean, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
I was shocked that she did not get votes though.
Oh, for the top 4?
For the top 4.
Yeah, I bet it was close.
Yeah.
She
I would
was right
assume.
in there. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think that Jag being on the block, I think that might have knocked Felicia out of it. You know, the good thing for Felicia was that she didn't need it. You know,
She didn't.
last night though, I thought it was one of the best scenes of the season when she was on. We were looking for the safety socks. That she was on the mission.
Let me go find the damn condoms.
She was gonna find the damn condoms in this house. She was
We got some paraphyletics missing.
No, she is so me because it's the way if this happened, I would be that person. I'd be like, I would be interrogating with the spotlight. Did you do it? I saw you in blue. What happened? And then every single person, Cameron, I know you're single. What's up? I know you have the HOH room. What's going on? Every single person. She is such a mood. And when will we be friends?
It's genuinely important to discover this sort of thing. If you find condoms missing, you should investigate because you need to know where it happened so that you can avoid that surface in case it hasn't been properly cleaned. Because a lot of people are hanging out on that couch.
You see, I thought you were going to say that this is a good indicator of showmances in the house. I thought this was going to be like a strategic lesson.
That's obvious, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm talking niche stuff that you would only know from the live feeds.
Yes, you got to count the condoms every night before you go to bed.
Yeah, it might be on the loft couch. It might be on somebody else's bed. It might be on a random pool floaty. You never know.
Or a stool. We never know.
Look, that's at least in the shower.
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay. So tonight, oh my God, we got to see this competition play out of the roll the ball down the hill. I thought that was what was fun was we got to see everybody getting to find out if they were in or they weren't. We got some good reactions from people who weren't in it. Sorry, Bowie Jane.
Sorry, Bowie Jane. America has not selected you to compete.
You also got Julie cutting her off.
So Julie like double burned Bowie Jane. Julie hates Bowie Jane too. So this was a little bit of a read, I thought, of Bowie Jane walking into the diary room.
Bowie Jane has successfully avoided the spotlight.
Okay. And then everybody else votes. Julie Chen does not say a word. When any other person does a shout out. Here's Bowie Jane's vote.
I very, very sadly vote to evict Jag. Shout out to Christina.
Thank you. Thank you, Bowie Jane.
Julie, please keep that energy for everyone.
Yes. That's how I feel every time they do it. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
But see, Bowie messed it up though, right? Because everybody, when they do it, they be like, I vote to evict Taran. Shout out my mom. Like, Bowie just stood there and was like,
Thank
giving
you.
No, so did Mimi, though. Mimi was like, and shout out to my man.
Shout out to my man.
My man.
Thank you to my man. To my man.
My man.
What Julie said, okay.
Yeah, Julie was like, sure. And my man, too.
Yeah. Bowie Jane, that even after they announced like the thing, she was like, all right, who's at the power? Everybody tell me.
Girl, be for real. 1 minute, Bowie. Like, use the lawyering skills.
But they also set her up because wasn't Bowie the first one to go into the dungeon?
I think she was one. I think America was the first one that we got to see in the episode. But yeah, Bowie Jane is getting on people's last nerves in the house. Taran, could you speak to a little bit of even Cerie's annoyance with Bowie Jane this week?
I mean, the history of Bowie is that she was very happy to be included in the Bye Bye Bitches Alliance, then the Professors. She was a loyal soldier, just a little bit spacey. And that spaciness caused the Alliance to not trust her. They assumed that she wouldn't be loyal to them and that she would side with Cam and Red over them. For no particular reason at all, other than the fact that she was just friendly with them because they were in the Alliance. Because of that assumption, they grew to hate her, decided that she was not a DJ because she has no rhythm. Have finally started talking about the fact that she is definitely not in her 30s. Every time she walks into a room, they stop talking because they are very annoyed at her constantly interrupting their conversations. And so she has discovered, she has felt the vibe that they don't like her. She has started to feel very alienated, particularly by Izyah, who hides it the worst. She has since like cried to Cerie about it, which only pisses Izyah off even more. Like, how dare you? You're the one that made this happen, not me. And that's kind of the state of things for Bo. It's kind of sad, really. I would say very sad, because she really just was a loyal soldier who wanted to work with the women,
Yeah.
and they just completely iced her out
But
for
I
no
would
reason.
say not that sad, because I get it. I'm team F Bowie Jane.
Oh,
Yeah.
say more. Say
Yeah.
more. Is it
No,
the
I just
purple
that
edit?
she's that my two, like, you have to be giving something. Either you are a fun personality to have in the house, or you're good at the game. And if you don't do either of those two things, you can go. And Bowie Jane, you're right there with Red and Cameron. You can go. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and stand Bowie Jane when she's giving us nothing. The only thing she's giving us is that she's making Cirie, the nicest person ever, irrationally angry. Where she told Cirie the other night about it, like, "Hey, Cirie, I thought you were going to go to bed." And Cirie was beside herself about that, like, "Oh, this is a first, that I'm a grown woman. No one's ever said to me before, shouldn't you go to bed by now? This is really new territory for me," Bowie Jane. That she was talking this morning about how she said, "Dog, you're a grown ass woman and you're crying."
I can't. The problem is, if
I'm
someone
out.
said that to me, I would fight too if
Right.
someone said that to me. But for poor Bowie, I just feel like she's getting so many strays, and she just be living her life.
Not enough.
She's not on Big Brother. I think
The
she's
thing, too,
on
is-
another planet.
Well, that like I feel like the audience has also like started to assume things about Bowie. Bowie is an active player. She was in there in strategy talks with the Bye Bye Bitches for a long time. When they include her in the talks, she has points to make. She is a perfectly capable player. She's just been completely iced out of everything, and nobody will talk game with her. She knows the show decently well. She's just a little spacey, and that's the only thing that like people just don't respond well to it.
Could she
Mhm.
be the Gabler of this season?
Oh.
She's my Gabler of the season, Brice.
I'm just
Rob is so fired up. I love this. More, please.
Why does she have a parka like she's going to the South Pole, Sasha? Why is that jacket even in this house?
It's cold in the
It's
house.
chilly.
Why do you
what-
think Blue and your faves, Blue and Jared, are always under the
I
blanket?
get it.
It's
Like, I'm under a
cold.
blanket. Who
It's
brought
cold.
a winter coat to the Big Brother house?
In Australia, it is currently winter.
I
You
guess
don't know her
so.
mind.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry. I can't help it. All right.
I love it.
What else happened tonight? We got to see a little bit more of the relationship between Matt and Cirie. I mean, where is Matt in this alliance? Is Matt as close? We said Matt getting close to Cirie. Does he have the same kind of relationship with Felicia and Mimi and Izzy?
He's gotten closer to Mimi. I would say Felicia's probably the person he's least close to in that group. And maybe he doesn't talk a lot with Izzy either. In fact, Izzy is kind of like the group scapegoat, so he is perfectly fine with throwing Izzy under the bus when necessary. So maybe she's the least close to him in that group. But he has had some talks with Mimi. He's not like super well integrated in there. It's mostly just through Cirie. But he is like, he's happily sitting there, and especially now that Jag's still in, he's in a much better spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in a great spot because Cameron and Blue want to work with him. He's not that close with Izzy and Felicia. He has this Cirie bond that I think is going to only blossom. And I feel like if I'm Cirie, I don't need to cut you in with everybody else. Like, our relationship could be our relationship, and I could, fight for you. And I just feel like he's in a really good position. And I mean, maybe because he made my heart blush this episode, and I'm like, team him. But I think he's in a really good position, and I feel like he could do a couple of things.
Call him right now.
Hmm.
We
Yeah, I do think that he is interestingly positioned to be like this fan favorite runaway. Like I don't know if he will surpass Suri, but I wonder just because like, I know that a lot of people know about the struggles that he's faced in the house as a deaf contestant, but he's a good-looking guy. He won the competition. He saved Jag. That I just think that there could be like a real fan base for him. If they do any other like America's Choice things, I definitely could see Matt being the person that gets voted like another power in the house.
I'm a Matt stan. He did me a favor. Jag is
Mhm.
here. What do you need, Matt? I got you. I will now be in the trenches for Matt. He will
For
get at
Matt.
least few votes.
Yeah. Okay. We got to see our speeches, Blue versus Jag. Neither one of them I thought had a good speech tonight. Like both of them, like it was nice to see that they both like gave some like it gave a shout out to their families at home and opened up talking in when their respective other
Korean and
languages. Yeah.
Punjabi. Yeah.
But I thought both of those pitches were, pretty terrible in terms of trying to change anybody's mind.
I thought one was worser than the
Mhm.
other, and again, maybe let me ask this to the big brother zaddy Taran. Is it because it's still somewhere early in the game that we're not fighting for our lives? Like I kind of felt like one particular person, their speech was a key. Like, so you can see my outfits, so I can be here, shout out to
Purr.
my
Kitty,
fans.
kitty, purr.
Right. Like, I'm like, like, for me, that was like, oh, you're overly confident. Like, and if I'm Jag, listening to her speak and then hearing it's unanimous 10-0, like, that would fire me up because I'm like, sis, take this a little more serious. Although I do like Blue, her personality, but I'm like, talk about what you done, or maybe that's why we got the speech that we
Mhm.
got because
Listen. Blue is you like no offense, but like blue is a little bit also woo because how do you know you're on the block and you know a secret about someone and you just okay, thank you.
But see, that's
Mhm.
also why I don't mind her because again, it's the showmance and they have this loyalty to each other, so I'm not mad at it. But
No, of
also,
course, but
but
that's
you
her.
right, girl, you better leverage. I just feel like if it's a date and they're like, okay, let's go to McDonald's, they going to McDonald's. But me, it's like, Ruth Chris, you utilize this a little bit more. I don't know.
I think I've realized that Blue is just the Gen Z version of Red in the house, where like Red becomes an entirely different character in the diary room. He's like the Southern metaphor guy, and
Yeah.
Blue's just like the Gen Z slang girl, with like the
Girl.
kitty kitty purr purr thing and the like that's not slay. Like just like trying to fit in as much as possible in every diary room, and it's
Mhm.
just so not her in real life in the show.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
she's just another version of Red.
right. Last night she opened the show.
And y'all know me, I'm a spicy bitch.
Yeah.
For
So it's like we don't know who this you is.
Blue reminds
This
me.
is not the you we see on the live feeds.
You're right, Taran. That Blue reminds me of like when I'm at work and say like there's an older woman that like wants to let me know that like she's okay with me being gay, and I'll just walk in like, good morning, hey, good morning.
You're like I just need my coffee.
Right. I just, like, or I walk up to her like, hey, did you get that email I sent you? Yes, I got it. Boo. All right. Okay.
Crickets.
Right. I'm leaving tonight. All right. Oh, girl, you 70 years old.
Let her cook.
Right. Like, but like, tone it down, sis. Like, I'm just clocking in.
Mhm.
I see you. Clock in, boo. Girl, you still got a flip phone. It's like, but
She learned it probably from you. That's the problem. You did it.
But I'm just saying hello. Like, I know that's about how you perceive me, but I'm just saying good morning. Morning.
Oh my god. At the T at the end of everything.
Yes. Hello. I'll be like, that's offensive.
Do you remember Khloe Kardashian used to do that? Like act mega black and
Yo.
do anyway. But no, unfortunately, yeah, it does sometimes do the like culture vulturing Aquafina type things. And I just pull it back, please. It's funny until it isn't. And I just feel like you just did this like really nice, showing your culture, bringing Korea, speaking Korean. And then it just goes to
Girl.
and you're like, what happened?
Listen, it's tough out here for Blared, okay? Yeah. What else from tonight?
Jag is safe. No, I'm just kidding.
Jag is safe. I liked when they got the message and then Red was the one that had to go read it, and the thing comes through. He's like, it's from the comic verse. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Just read the note.
So I also have a question, being is that I'm new here, right? Now, Julie girl, or Julia, as I heard
Julia.
too.
Yeah.
If we're getting something from the comic verse and it says to us, Jag is safe, do I need for you to be like, everyone sit down? Yes. I can confirm.
I can confirm. Yeah.
Jag is safe. Well, girl, it has the little suction-tron been hacked? Like, what?
Yeah.
Who said it? I was like, Julie, girl. But you know the little.
Yeah.
I think that's another show, man.
Could you imagine though if Red just like it said Jag was not saved, but he was like, no, Jag is saved. She has to be like, I cannot confirm this. Actually, this is fake news.
Fake news. Yeah.
She should have been like, I don't know what's happening. Read the thing. The bank sent you a statement. Open it.
Yeah.
Jag's like, hold on, can I see that? Yeah, it says right here, Jag is safe. I don't know, Julie, you must have the wrong information. I don't know what's going on with you.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Cam is like, I can't read. The sign must not be for me because I can't read. The Jag is out.
But I also loved how when it came down from the suction-tron, I loved how Jag just ran back to his seat. Because I was thinking, like, how you know this for you? Like, we could have thought you was out. Jag was like...
Yeah. He was so emotional. He had, like, the paper, like, on his face. Yeah.
He was kissing the paper. That was his Bible moving forward. He's going to sleep with that.
Imagine, though, if he was like, oh, you guys got some... All right, well, I guess I'll just head out. Then you guys seem busy.
I missed it? What, Rob, was the door closed, like locked, that he couldn't get out, and maybe that's why he went and sat back
I think the noise happened. Like sometimes, like that. I feel like they've done that before, where it's like, oh, the door won't open, the door is locked. But I feel like that the noise happened, and I don't know if he got to. I'd have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, knowing there's a superpower, knowing that this is a possibility,
That's
I think
true.
the second something goes off, he's like,
yeah. Now, everybody voted tonight. Did you catch Jared's vote tonight when he said...
I sadly vote to evict Jag.
It was the return of I sadly vote to evict. Now, Brice, do you think was that a slip up or a shout out to, I'm sure, one of Jared's Big Brother mentors, Big D?
I think it might have been a slip up, but I also think it was just homage because I do know they talked a lot, and so I think maybe he's hearing Derek's e-vote in there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is that an e-vote? It's back.
Oh my god,
we did it.
We did
Okay.
it, Julie.
I just hope that for Jag that, you know, he has this near-death experience and that hopefully this is like the wake-up call. Smell the coffee now, Jag. Do something. It's like, yo, I got to get Cam and Red out of here.
Imagine he goes up to Cam and is like, man, that must suck. Because how like kumbaya these people are, that sucks. Your HOH got like a, do-over. How do I help you? If I see any of that, Jag, I swear to God, I'm jumping the fence and
Yeah.
I'm coming in.
I mean, Cam should be like, hey, I'm the only person that didn't lie to you this week. Everybody else told you were safe. I'm the only person that was straight with you.
I just can't wait for Cam to like. I can't wait to hear how Cam has made this part of his plan, like how this was actually what he wanted all along, and that it's actually a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. My last question, and then we have some questions from the chat also. Taran, do you think, is there any possibility that production kind of like put the pressure on to use the power this week in that they had this competition, they had all of this like room to fill the episode with the competition. If you do it next Thursday, you don't have like that much. Is it possible that production wanted the power played this week?
I mean, I think if you have it next week, then they have a whole other week where they get to hang the twist over our heads and spend extra segments on it and stuff. So I think if anything, they would have preferred it to be used next week.
Because if it, yeah, I guess so. I just feel like that they had like the segment to kill in this Thursday episode, and then potentially like it was like they were able to get a little bit of a pop out of it. Where next week, that I think it would have been like more of a foregone conclusion if it was going to be used or not. And maybe this was just like the easy week that they could have just used it to have the reset.
Well, they don't care if it's a foregone conclusion. They'll still have the conversations where it's like, should we use it this time? I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah. And Julie will be like, will the power be used to save one of the nominees? And I think right now they're like, damn, I wish we could do that again.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's look at some questions from the chat tonight. Okay, this is a question that is relevant to some earlier conversations. eJammy03, Brice, will you go on Big Brother?
I don't know.
No, say yes. For me, you have to say yes. We'll tell you why later.
Okay, I'll say yes, but Big Brother's a lot.
Big Brother's a lot. You do great at Big Brother.
Hopefully. If I got a Felicia, I would do good.
Yeah. Okay. How about this question? Adam wants to know, Brice, who's the freakiest freak in the Big Brother house?
Oh, I don't know. That's the I don't know. We'll go Pampers. We'll go Felicia.
No, we haven't heard you talk at all about AmeriCorey, the other showmance that's in the house. Do you have any thoughts about Corey in America?
I mean, I like Corey, Team Corey. I like America. I just feel like Corey and America are like the Disney version, and then I feel like Blue and Jared are like P-Valley. So I just feel like, but I do like Corey. I do like America. I think Corey is funny. America's
not P-Valley. The fact that people probably won't understand.
Quite all right.
He's trying to murder,
Okay. All right. I guess back to the game. How is AmeriCorey's situation in light of tonight's events?
I would say in some ways worse, in some ways better. It really just depends. It really depends on how they're able to work Jag, because Jag is theoretically an ally for them moving forward. But not if he's so indebted to Cirie and Matt that he's willing to turn on them, which is probably the more likely outcome. And if that's the case, then it's maybe a little worse. But it does still allow them to use Jag as a bigger target than them moving forward. But that's not really how this game is being played. So It really just depends on how they're able to work Jag, and right now I would say more worse than good. Although eliminating the power for next week was definitely good, because if America had won that HOH and taken a shot only for it to be pulled away, that would have been way worse. So it eliminated some really bad outcomes, but you know, overall not great still.
Okay. Josh wants to know if America found out it was Matt and Sari who came up with the decision to save Jag, would that help or hurt her views on Sari in the house? That they saved Jag, she wanted to, they saved Jag, she wanted Jag to stay. Could she warm up to them?
I don't think so. I think if anything, she'll be more worried about them. I mean, if anything, I think it will tell her that like Matt is really playing this game, whereas previously she trusted him way too much, as she is wont to do. And she'll be worried that like Sari will now have a chokehold on Jag's loyalty, and that she'll need to push even harder to get him away from that.
All right, let's take a trip to the scary verse. Okay, in a world where Cameron wins HOH again, the first back-to-back HOH since Tiffany, would Cameron make the same noms?
You know he's putting Izzy up as as soon as he can.
Oh, okay, yeah. Could he learn from his mistakes this week?
I think he could. I mean, like obviously the main thing is, who does he think did this? Because, and I said this last week, so I don't want to make any assumptions about what Jag is capable of. But why in the world would Jag take the fall for this next week if Cameron were to win and say, Jag, I'm targeting you again because I still feel like I'm aligned with everyone else, and I still trust Matt and I still trust Sari. Why in the world would Jag not at that point say, you know, it wasn't me, somebody else saved me, at which point maybe Cameron would know he should probably shoot elsewhere.
Sari is like, that Jag is a liar. he's been lying this whole time.
No, what's really going to happen is Jag is going to go, you know, you think it's me and there's nothing I can do to change that.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'll just go up on the block and be voted out. Sorry, thanks, bye.
I'm telling you, pathetic. Stand up, Jag. Do something. You let Riley's ass walk out the door. What are you doing? Please. The thing is, if Jag doesn't get his stuff together and he doesn't use this, what's the point? Okay, we got momentary happiness. That's it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
If Bowie is HOH, who's she gonna nominate?
Probably,
yeah.
Honestly, it would look pretty similar, I think, to like a Cam or Red. I think there would be a lot of push for her to do Jag and Blue again, and she might be inclined to go Izzy, but you know.
Who is Corey aligned with? Clearly America, but is he with Blue and not Blue? Is he with Cameron and Red?
Not anymore.
Okay.
They do not like America, or at least Red doesn't like America. She uses her womanly wiles too much.
Oh, he said that.
He said that.
Yeah, he thought Kirsten had a crush on him. Delulu land is population Red.
Red said that.
Oh, and more. And Cameron does not like Corey's relationship with America, and will creepily stare at them on the monitors for minutes at a time. And so he
is
also
this an all boys academy? Like,
yeah.
Are you not allowed?
Are you surprised? Please.
I mean,
So long story short, no, they're not working together very well right now. But Corey doesn't really know this yet. He only knows he's recently been informed that Red hates America. Does not yet know. He's been warned that Cameron isn't messing with him anymore, but doesn't quite believe it yet.
and okay, yeah, I'm just all right.
What? You have another question?
So I'm just but they don't like America because she's the land of the home. Land of the Brave and all. Like, I don't.
She's a little too free. I think
Mhm.
a little too land of the free.
Like because because all right. I'm trying to get the comic first together because America is with the girls. Like, why don't they like
So
America?
when
No.
America heard that Red did not like her, her first reaction was, and she said this to Blue, oh, well, he did say last week or week 2 that he wasn't allowed to talk to pretty girls. So
It's like a Brandon Hand situation. She's Delilah.
And is Red married?
yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I'm glad I'm not on the show. He wouldn't be. Red would have to stay clear of me. Okay.
Mhm.
This pretty
Mhm.
girl here.
Age might be a problem for you, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I'm so young.
well, yeah.
How old is
Mhm.
Red?
How old is Red's wife? Is the question you should ask.
Oh.
Yes.
About Corey's age.
Well, how old is Red?
What, like 36?
36, and his wife is 21. And how long have they been married?
A little too long.
Mhm.
Oh, gee. Oh, come on. When
This-
Bowie,
The math ain't mathing.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
somebody got some moose. Cause
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
15.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry, just girlfriend maybe.
just
Oh, okay.
girlfriend.
But they do have a child together.
The baby mama. Yeah. His
Yeah.
partner.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Maybe that'll be an interesting now I'm rooting for a Red HOH so we can get some of the story.
No, not Red.
Gotta get that letter. Yeah.
Do
Okay.
we know when Bowie's dropping a new single? So is she a DJ? Is she not a DJ?
She
She has
is
no
DJ.
rhythm.
Okay.
She is a DJ, but she's lying about her age.
and how
And
old
she's
is
also a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think she's 45, but she says she's 35.
Yeah.
She okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
She did have a song that charted. That was
Yes.
real.
What was it?
It was what was the show? It was
Money
like
can't buy your class.
it was like SWAT Team Force or something. I don't know what the show
SWAT
was.
Team 4.
One of those. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
One of those shows.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
Like,
DJ
you
one of those
crosswalk.
shows.
Yeah.
Oh, like just the show SWAT.
Maybe it
Oh,
was just SWAT. Yeah.
I thought that was just the name of the song.
Yeah, I was like,
SWAT
oh,
Team
okay,
4.
so like
No.
military.
She had a song that was on that
We coming
show.
through the door.
And I think
Boom.
she was on the
We
show
got that
herself.
force.
And then the song
SWAT
charted.
Team 4.
Oh,
We coming through
that
the
makes
door.
She was on an episode of SWAT.
I think so. I think she performed the song on it.
What?
Think.
Oh, the
How-
show is SWAT Team 4. Okay, thanks, Chad.
Is
Yeah,
it SWAT
she's-
Team Force? No way.
She's on a show called SWAT
SWAT
Team
Team-
Force.
and she
Somebody,
played
yeah, get
herself.
me the YouTube video.
Boom.
Well,
I think
we'll
it's
do a
just SWAT. I think
breakdown.
it's just SWAT.
Team
Do a
Force.
breakdown.
We
Okay,
coming in.
Okay.
DJ Bowie is
Okay.
SWAT Team Force, and we coming in
Okay.
the house.
All right. Bryce, we'll recap SWAT Team Force.
Thank
Okay.
It's Busted by
Okay,
Bowie
yeah,
Jane,
see,
as
I'm
featured on CBS
Yeah,
SWAT.
save it for the slop this week. Okay. We'll watch SWAT Team Force. All right. Then let's see. Okay. Jeanette was very eager with the super chat. Thank you very much. Do you think that Jared will let out that he knew and that will mess up Suri? Is he gonna, because Suri told Jared Matt had the power.
Yeah.
Do you think that Jared will be going to people saying like, yeah, I knew?
That does worry me because I could see him saying something to Blue,
Mm-hmm.
and Blue saying something to Jag,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jag
I
probably
don't-
won't say nothing.
I don't know if they even are going to keep it a secret that he had the power. Like, I don't know if that's part of the plan. I would assume so, just because of how they tend to operate. But like, at least like within the alliance, I feel like it might come out. And you know, if Jag knows that it was Matt, then he'll tell Blue. Like, so I don't think it's gonna stay super secret necessarily.
Okay. And then Geneva wants to know.
I
Do you think that
didn't know.
Blue should have said she was strategic in her eviction speech? Is she lucky that they weren't using speeches as a factor to decide who to evict? Yeah. Why did she have to say it? Yeah, I'm playing a strategic game.
Wow.
I have more to offer.
Here's the
Kitty, kitty,
real
purr.
5D chess strategic move, Rob. She put in so many like sayings into her speech that only she will know what she said in the What the Bleep competition,
Mhm.
because nobody else will know those sayings. And so she's gonna get that one easy.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? BB25, BB multiverse.
Another unanimous vote. How, like, not to keep talking about it, but it's week 4.
Mhm.
How can one person going out be okay for the whole damn house?
When you're all in Cerie's alliance, it makes
You
sense,
know what?
Sasha.
You're right. You're right.
Here's my maybe hot take. I don't care about unanimous votes, because when the votes aren't unanimous, it's not like people who are voting the other way think that something's going to happen. They're just casting votes for no reason in the other direction.
Mhm.
Like unanimous votes versus like an 8-2 vote or a 7-3 vote. There's little difference in the outcome. Unless there's an actual blindside happening, which is very rare nowadays because everybody needs to know that it's happening ahead of time. But for me, if it's not a blindside, then it doesn't really matter if it's unanimous or not. We know that there were some people that would have liked to vote the other way and they just didn't. So at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
What matters
right.
is the lead up to the vote, which has been ridiculous
Hot mess.
all season.
Hot mess. Okay. All right. Well, Taran, we've passed a milestone. August is over for Big Brother as we move into the second month of the season.
Yeah, ridiculous. I'm talking to people. They're like, "What did you do over the summer?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? We're only Big Brother. I don't understand."
Yeah, this season started August 2nd. So here we are at the end of August.
Yeah. So weird that we're headed. This is the final stretch of most seasons. September.
Yeah.
But we're not even close.
We will have all of September and all of October for Big Brother. Big Brother is scheduled to end November 9th. So buckle up.
Doesn't make sense.
Still got a long way to go. I think we're at the 30% mark now.
Exactly.
100 days. All right. All right. Let's talk about what else is going on. Okay. We've got tickets on sale now for our New York live event. You can go to robhasawebsite.com/NYC ticks for our Survivor live show on Wednesday, October 4th. And Brice, it just got announced this week among the schedule of Brice and Wen events this fall that Tuesday night before our show on October 4th, you and Wendeezy will be back at it.
Yes, we'll be in the city hosting the RHAP live welcome party. Brice and Wen presents, and if you've ever been to one, Sasha been to one. Okay, we have a good old time. Tickets are available. You can click the link in my Instagram bio or head over to Brice and Wen present and bless your life, and we're gonna have a good time.
Okay, all right.
Round.
Purr.
Good morning.
Okay? Yeah. All right. Earlier tonight, we had a great time when we drafted a question of who will be the first person to win the CBS trifecta, the first person to be a contestant on The Amazing Race, Big Brother, and Survivor. And so we had a great panel. Sasha, any teases about how that went?
Oh, it went well. I think my team is amazing. Brice, there was a reason I asked you to say yes.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying for my team, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Sasha, Mike Bloom, Maggie, myself, and Omer each drafted a trifecta of our own of the first person to complete the CBS Triple Crown. We'll see. Now we just have to wait to see who the winner is of that draft. But it was a very fun podcast. And then somebody whose name may have come up on that podcast is somebody that Taran and I caught up with on Wednesday when we talked to Big Brother 23's Claire. Taran and I had a great time catching up with Claire.
Who put that picture on that image?
What is that a one she doesn't like?
So that was
It's
her
gonna be
worst
amazing.
challenge.
Was that the one when they was cutting the wood?
Yeah.
No, that was the yodeling.
You know-
Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah.
yodeling where it was
Sam
Mhm.
where
says,
DX was
Claire chose
losing
it.
it.
Okay.
So Claire did it to herself.
She specifically sent that picture in, according to Sam.
Oh wow.
Okay. Take it up with Claire, Taran. On Monday night, we wrapped up Claim to Fame. Brice, do you watch Claim to Fame?
I don't.
You gotta watch it.
I think I need to add that to my notes to watch.
Yeah, you would love it so much. Season 1 and 2 were both amazing, and we had a really fun recap of the finale. Jenny and I talked with Chappelle and Mari on Monday night, working on some Claim to Fame postseason interviews. So if you missed our finale coverage, check that out. Claim to Fame Season 2. Brice, I'm telling you, it's gonna be your favorite show.
I just put it in my notes.
Yep.
We
And
on it.
then every damn day, the hottest show of the summer is Suits, and Chappelle and I are at it on Suits Yourself, the daily Suits binge. Tomorrow, we are going to finish season 1 of Suits. You can catch it every damn day at suitspodcast.com. And then Brice, I saw people in the chat like, oh, Brice is great. Brice is amazing. We need more Brice, people were saying in the chat. Well, do you know that Brice is the host of his very own podcast?
It's a Purple Pants podcast. Every Tuesday, we are discussing shows on Amazon Prime. I'm talking about real life, talking about amazing things, the challenge breakdown, everything. Amazing Race is coming back out. So yeah, if you want a good morning, Kiki, you better head over to the Purple Pants podcast.
Okay. So many people tonight. We need more Brice. Check it out. All the time. Purple Pants podcast feed. Okay. And then Sasha, what's been going on Below Deck?
Listen, people are getting fired. Okay, we have more hookups. I don't understand how these people just keep hooking up. And then you hook up with the chef and then you cheat on the chef in front of them. What are y'all doing? Everything is covered.
Sounds like
on
BB25.
Listen, okay, it's a little cleaner maybe because they do it in
Yeah.
the shower at least, but all of it is covered on Below Deck, on Big
We
Deck
need
Energy.
a stew to come in and scrub down the house.
And wants the stew doing it, but yes.
Totally
Yes,
understood. the
everything
stew.
covered on Big Deck Energy, of course. Chappelle and I are over there every week.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, Taran and I are going to be back together for some patron content on Friday when we get into the Q&A. We'll find out about the new HOH, and I'm sure the patrons are going to have a lot of questions. We'll be taking them live 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll send the patrons out a link to call in if you want to talk to us, plus all the other patron content from this week. Really fun episode of The Slop with Maggie, on the recap with Shannon. Some great stuff came out of that. And then on the feedback, Amon joined me to watch some of the feeds. And we actually were watching when Sari first told Jared that Matt had the power. So we got a little bit of the jump on talking about that. So it's been a great week for all the patron shows. RHAPiswebsite.com/patron for all of that and access to international reality shows in our patron community. All right. And then subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of our podcasts at RHAPiswebsite.com/subscribe. And Taran, you'll be back in the morning with the live feed update.
Yeah, we'll find out who won HOH and probably what the plan is for the next week. And it's not going to be pointless because the twist is gone. So
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Look, it's a win-win tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, still a great night. All right. Anything else about BB25? All right. Sasha, besides Below Deck, anything else coming up for you?
Yes, I cover a weekly celebrity gossip, pop culture, vibes only podcast with Kirsten McKennis called Mess Magnets. Check that out. And of course, over on Post Show Recaps, I'm still talking Special Ops Lioness with Jason Reed. Check that out. We will get through it all together. And for everything else I'm doing, just follow me on Twitter at funsize_04.
Okay. All right. Sasha, great job tonight. Been fun doing a podcast with you all night tonight. Brice,
I missed you, Rob.
Yeah, look, we got to figure out more stuff to do, Sasha.
Please let me know.
Yeah. Brice, what a thrill to have you here on a Big Brother recap.
It's not with Sasha. Sign me up, Taran any day, and Robert. You
Yeah.
already know.
Well, Brice, I hope you'll come back for another one this season.
I think I might have to. I'm invested. You know, I might need to do a live update with Taran.
Yes, you would watch the feeds all day and then talk about them with Taran.
Oh, okay. I'll be back for these.
Okay.
Maybe Taran could just like tell you
Yeah.
and you just
We
have
could just
live
fill you
reaction.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Do that.
That's fine. Yeah. All right. Brice, where can people keep up with you?
Anywhere and everywhere, Brice Izyah. The Brice Izyah 2024 Zaddy calendar is flying off the shelves. Make your year in 2024 right with a little Zaddy in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. You got get all your Zaddy
Yeah.
merch in one place.
Little BB25 on the cover, you know.
Mhm.
Life.
Yeah, we don't even need to talk about the back cover.
We don't. Okay.
Can't even show it. Okay. All right. Brice, so fun to have you here with us.
It's always a pleasure.
Okay. And then Taran, what's coming up for you?
Speaking of merch, I just launched a new merch store where we've got a pressure cooker, limited time pressure cooker shirt to commemorate your time in the pressure cooker that became pointless.
Yes. What does it say? I survived the pressure cooker?
2023.
Just
the
says pressure
2023
cooker?
edition of the pressure cooker.
Yes.
And next time in 2041, when the next pressure cooker happens, you'll be like, I was there back in 2023. Here's the shirt. So it's limited time only for those that were here. So you can check that out. The links are going to be tweeted out and over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Taran Armstrong, where I'm watching the episodes live with all of you, reacting in the moment for things like when Jag is saved out of nowhere. So come and hang out with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Well, Taran, great job once again. We will be back together for the BB Q&A on Friday, and then we'll have another recap on Sunday night when we react to the HOH episode coming up then. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.